Hi everyone, this is Pamela for Transbydef. Today we're talking about progesterone and its various effects on the male to female transsexual. I personally have some experience with this drug. I've been taking it now for about 2 months, and for me personally, I've had some great effects that I'd like to share with everyone. And though, mind you, I have been doing a fair bit of research on it, and there can be quite a few side effects, undesirable side effects, that especially if you take large doses of progesterone. So I think you have to be very careful about and discuss with your doctor about whether you should take progesterone or not. Usually well, the reason why I've been prescribed progesterone is for breast growth. It has significantly increased the size of my breasts, and before I was taking just estrogen and I really didn't get a lot of breast growth, but since I've been taking progesterone, I've really filled out that B cup that was sort of not really a B, and I've started producing milk in very small amounts. So for me, that's been really great. Breasts are everything to a woman, and I think that to a male to female transsexual, they're very important as well. So there are a few side effects concerning progesterone. One of the most namely ones is in depression. It can cause suicidal depression, and I think that's associated with postnatal depression that some people can genetically have. So because it is the drug of pregnancy, progesterone, it's in elevated levels in pregnant women, and it can cause women to be suicidally depressed and transsexuals to be suicidally depressed. And I think that usually when that occurs, it's usually in high doses. So if you're going to start progesterone, I recommend that you start the oral dosage, until you're aware of the side effects for your particular situation. But overall, I think it has a great positive effect. Not only does it increase breast growth, but it also reduces testosterone fairly significantly, even more so than aldosterone, or spirolactinate, if you wish to call it that, or Spiro. I found that combined with Spiro, progesterone has really significantly reduced the hair growth on my face. It's much significantly less hair there on my face, and I've had lots of electrolysis, but there's always those few pesky hairs, and they've just about completely disappeared. I hardly even have to shave them off anymore. So that's been really good for me. I've had lots of positive benefits from taking progesterone. Not only does it do those two things, remove testosterone from your system and increase your breast growth, but it also increases your flexibility in your hips and in your arms and all over your body and your legs. And I just find myself much more able to stretch my arms and things like that. So, and as well as that, I've had this sense of well-being and overall calmness as well. So I think that if you're starting out on a hormone regime, that you probably shouldn't start on progesterone straight away. I believe that it's actually most effective if you start progesterone after 1 or 2 years on estradiol to get the best effect. Once the estrogen has taken hold, progesterone couples with that and produces overall pregnancy effects. So not only that, I've also been doing some more reading, and apparently if you're taking oral estrogen in the form of tablets and pills and stuff, progesterone can fairly significantly reduce bad cholesterol in the bloodstream. in some people. So there's been it's an early days in the studies in this area, but mainly to do with transsexuals. But it seems that progesterone somehow reduces bad cholesterol and can sometimes reduce the effects of blood clotting as well. Because I can't really say that's a definite for sure, because as you know, transsexual treatment is still in infancy, and there's still a lot of research that hasn't been done. And as well, progesterone can cause blood clotting as well. So you have to be careful. I think the best scenario you should be really seeing an endocrinologist because everyone hormone system is very different. But I think generally progesterone is a very useful and beneficial adjunct to HRT, and I think when transsexuals get, they think, oh, estrogen, and they just totally forget about progesterone. And I think that's a very important part of transitioning if you, in your hormone regime. I don't think it should be forgotten, and I think a lot of transsexuals just focus on estrogen. It's just straight down that line of estrogen. I must get estrogen, and I think there's a lot more to the story. As I said, there's a lot of positive benefits for having progesterone in your hormone regime after a while, and I really suggest it. And for people, but make sure that you get your doctor to do the proper test to see that it's okay for you, and please start on the oral and don't inject it straight away, because I was reading on the forums that some people are getting suicidally depressed for months on end from taking injectable forms of progesterone. But I'm sure that in any case, if you're taking a HRT, you should be careful in any case, especially if you're a smoker like me, and or you have any other health problems like diabetes or things like that. So so there's my little talk about the effects of progesterone on me, and for me it's been a completely positive thing, and I would never stop taking progesterone. It's really it's just been so good for me. I wouldn't go without it. It's especially the hair growth. I think that it's been not just all those things. It's really effectively reduces testosterone in your system. So so I hope everyone enjoyed that little talk there, and I'll see you all next week. Okay, bye.